Welcome back, folks. And Marv Rosenhalf is here today, and with the GRF Mobility and Mobility and Vehicles Committee meeting. I was looking. You need a mic on, so if we can get a mic on to you. I don't see it there. So I will tell you that. Yeah, you can write notes while I'm talking. And I will tell you that their next meeting of the Mobility and Vehicles Committee meeting will be March 18th. That's a week from today at 1:30 in the Sycamore Room. And Marv, you're all hooked up now. A lot's going on. And an interesting project that is coming up, ride counter system. It kind of sounds like a lot of fun in a way. I mean, it's going to bring you valuable information, but it's something kind of neat in the way you're going to go about it.
It is going to be fun. We worked very hard. You know, the bus system is one of the key amenities for our community. And one of the problems is we've tried to make some changes to make the ridership happier and give them new routes, keep the cost down. Mm-hmm. This costs us about $3 million a year. There's no cost sharing, so the riders aren't paying for it.
Right.
But in trying to bring in some new ways of doing things, we've only guessed, because we don't know how many people get on a bus, off a bus, take 2 buses a day, 3 buses a day. Mm-hmm. So staff has done an excellent job, Ralph Schaefer and Brian Howard, and they have found a very cost-effective counter, and all the rider is going to have to do is wave the little electronic gadget over the counter. They don't have to swipe it. Maybe it'll be a sticky on your ID card. We don't know that yet. Right. But we will know who's on the bus, when they get off a bus, how many buses do we need? How many complaints do you hear that, oh, yeah, I keep seeing empty buses go by? Mm-hmm. Well, that upsets the heck out of me too, but I don't know who just got off the bus before or who's getting on the bus, you know, at the next pickup point. So we're going to bring this system in, and we're going to do it slowly, and we're going to inform the community, and we will know exactly how many buses we need when. We will also be able to determine if we can cost effectively expand the routes. People want to go down to the Arbor, people want to go down to the shopping centers, and fine, we'd like to do that, but we have to make sure we do it in a cost-effective manner.
Right, so, and as you said, it'll be very easy for the residents who have this. It'll be in the form of an RFID tag, I believe.
That's what I was looking for.
And it'll, as you said, it might be a sticker or a special card, whatever it is. And we should mention right away that it's not going to give personal information on the person. It's not going to give you,
nope.
You know, your name's not going to pop up and that sort of thing.
A number.
You just want, you just want to know how the buses are utilized in a far more effective manner. And how many people do you think will be receiving this, and how will that go about? How do you pick the folks?
We'll be doing a lot of public announcements. We'll be putting flyers on the bus. The month of May happens to be Mobility Awareness Day.
Okay.
So in conjunction with the Community Civic Association, they're going to be holding a day. So there's going to be plenty of information. The ambassadors right now, the bus system couldn't run without the women primarily who are ambassadors, Shirley Niederhorn and Mary Kay Tibbetts and a few other people. They hold their regular monthly meetings and come and see what's new and how can we help you with the routes. So there'll be plenty of information. This is not going to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
So there'll be plenty of advance
so it's not going to be until the more details will come out in a couple months, and it won't maybe happen until what, summer?
Over the next couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know at this point about how long this progress will take place? These people hold on to these tags for a couple months, or
no? This will be permanent.
Oh, permanent.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be like a
so
bus
it'll be an
pass.
ongoing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, because you know, we keep hearing that the community's changing. Some people say it's getting older. Some people say it's getting younger. I don't know. Some people say we need more buses. Some people say we need fewer. Well, we'll see. Now we will know.
And that'll give you a really good snapshot of what's really needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many bus services around the country use systems like this for that purpose.
All of them do.
And
it's about time we stepped up.
And they often will change their systems out as needed.
That's right.
They'll know in advance that this time of the year, this month, we need to change things.
We had two efforts over the last couple of years to try to change things up and give more distance and all of that. Well, we created more discontent than we did pleasure. And before we do that again, we want to know the facts.
All right, and as we go forward, as you said, especially in May, a lot more details will come out. One of the things you wanted to touch on today were electric vehicles.
Yep,
And the usage.
we are very excited. We are going to be running a pilot program. We're going to bring some, part of the mobility, it's mobility in vehicles. Vehicles, the other stuff you see, what the gardeners use and everybody else is using, also comes under this committee. That's another $3 million. So we're doing a couple of things there. One, in conjunction with Flatabo,
Okay.
we're going to bring some electric vehicles in, and we're going to kind of swap it out, and we're going to monitor the cost effectiveness and the usage of it and see if it makes sense to get more of them going down the road. They are less expensive to run. They are less expensive to maintain. Now we just have to make sure they work for what we need.
And these will be that you're looking at full electric vehicles.
Absolutely.
Right, not hybrids like a Prius or something like that.
No, full electric, and the people of Flatabo have been very good. We're going to have meters on all of these new vehicles, so we know exactly what we're using and make sure that what we believe is true, and that's the cost effectiveness. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. Do you know when you might get a few of these in?
Could be as soon as the next couple of weeks. We're in the final throes of putting that together. Again, staff has done a just great job.
Well, great. And then another thing along with it that's sort of goes with this is the rotation of vehicles. And just like your needs change throughout the year, the needs of how many vehicles you may need on a given week will change. And sometimes it's, instead of using one vehicle to the end of its life, it's good to change things out a little bit, like changing your shirt every day.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh, do I have to do that too?
No, you look
Oh,
fine.
no, thank you.
Look fine.
No, absolutely. The staff has been great. We didn't know how many of what we had and what it was being used for. So staff has done a great job. The committee has been very active. Staff's done a great job. So we know exactly how many kinds of pickup trucks and other vehicles we have. And we know, we get excellent reports on how many miles have been used or how many hours they've been used. And staff recognize that they can take the higher usage vehicles and at an appropriate time swap them out for the same vehicle that's getting less, that's being used less, and we can extend the life of all of them.
Right.
So I think we're making some significant changes. I'm hoping that all of this ends up in better service, control, if not reduced cost. And this is a very aggressive committee. Do I have a minute to mention some of their names?
Of course you do. Yes.
Larry Seuss is on the committee, Maxine McIntosh, Catherine Freshley, Jim Juhan, Jaron Albel, Phil Doran, and Anessa Leith from Mutual 50. As you see, every board is represented equally, and we have a very open, it's a fun committee. I invite anybody to please come. You've heard me say it before, there's not a more open form of governance that I've ever seen. Go to committee meetings. We're coming up on budget time. Go to budget meetings. Please come to our mobility meetings. Look, these things didn't happen out of thin air. Somebody on the committee said, why don't we look at this? Why don't we look at that? So it's really been paying off.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into it. And
it is.
The rotation of the vehicles makes perfect sense. Not only do you rotate them, is that the ones that go offline, so to speak, they get their maintenance then. And so you have a little bit less interruption. This is something that's, again, probably done with many systems that are already out there. I know, I mentioned at the top of the news today as the big, that went to Disneyland this weekend, and I know from working there years ago that they constantly do that with all their vehicles,
Yeah.
all the ride vehicles, their maintenance vehicles, and that's because they don't wait till something completely breaks down, but you always have ongoing vehicles that are well maintained, and when they're offline, as it's called, that's when they get their maintenance.
And that's our goal.
Yeah.
And it's also to reduce, if we can, the types and the frequency of new buses.
All right.
So
Yeah, good idea.
Can I say
All
one
right.
more thing?
Of course.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. And if you're interested in attending their next meeting, it will be, as I said, Monday, March 18th. That's a week from today, the Mobility and Vehicles Committee meeting, and that will be in the Sycamore Room at 1:30, and I'm sure Marv will be there.
Come on down. We have a good time.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And up next, folks, we have a couple ladies coming on with the Laguna Woods Village Symphony. Sounds like fun.